大家好! Here's my presentation on The Birth of the Five Elements by Landon Olivia Klosnick, or Zhang Li. So why I chose the poem, The Five Elements. So each color and texture on this paper represents one of the five elements. So we have water, earth, metal, wood, and fire. But yeah, and then I added gold flakes to add some texture and dimension to the piece. But I chose to highlight the five elements and choose a poem with those in them because of my interest in traditional Chinese medicine. Traditional Chinese medicine is based off of the five elements and is often used as a diagnostic tactic to kind of signal the doctor of which functions or organs are responsible for each part connected to them. So The Five Elements by Maharishi Dejavu is the poem that I chose, and it reads in English: wood generates fire, fire warms the earth births metal, metal begets water, and water flows long. Sorry, my cat wanted to join in. So each one of the five elements are depicted in this piece as in the text or calligraphy written. And then on the right here, I have the date as well as my sign here. I don't have a seal, so that's just the best I could get with it. So the next piece that I have here, which is not required, of course. So then we have this piece that I've titled Wuxing for lack of a better title, but that just means five elements. So I created this as a preface to my main piece, and it just has each one of the elements and just the texture and color that correlates along with them to make it easier to understand my full piece. I chose to do them in a circle so I could convey the ever-connected relationship between all five elements and explain the relationship and interaction within the human body and natural world being rather circular between them all. So why is Wuxing important? It holds profound cultural significance in Chinese philosophy, cosmology, and daily life, influencing various aspects of thought, practice, and tradition. I'm just going to go through a little bit of the examples of where the five elements appear in Chinese culture and where they're often used. So they symbolize change and transformation, emphasizing that everything in the universe is interconnected and constantly evolving. The five elements often appear in Chinese poetry, paintings, storytelling, to convey symbolism and harmony. Seasonal festivals in China also reflect the five elements and their connection to the seasons and cycles of nature. So it's kind of just saying each element belongs in a season and are celebrated in those orders. In Confucianism, the five elements were used metaphorically and to explain moral virtues, societal relationships, and governance. But the elements were also used as a model for maintaining balance and order in society, which Chinese rulers often use them to help them tell and be guided in what they are going to do in their rule of China. So lastly, I'm going to discuss the creative process. So to create this piece, I imitated the general layout of popular calligraphy works. I studied a lot of calligraphy pieces and just kind of used each thing to learn where the date goes, where my name goes, or where like any kind of inscription or seal would go, as well as just where to place the piece in the artwork, because it's very different from Western works of where we put any kind of word, text, poem, anything. It's very different than where it's generally put in Chinese art. I took inspiration from Chinese art and symbolism. I just kind of wanted to use my piece to show that symbolism and show how they all kind of overlapped. I focused on creating inner peace and a clear mind while practicing. This was important to me because in class we talked a lot about posture and where your feet go and how exactly to hold your brush, about it being straight up and down. And part of that was me figuring out how I could create a calm atmosphere for me to do this in so I could focus properly. It also brought me a great deal of just kind of calm and kind of a cathartic feeling, which made me be able to feel productive without being rushed or stressed about what I was doing. I found that I often lost myself in the piece. I also chose to wear traditional hanfu from the Sui Dynasty to do this presentation. Hope you enjoyed. Hello, so I am currently working on my project, and the first step that I'm going to do
is practice what I'm writing. So I have already finished my art piece. I finished it last night, and now it's time to work on it. Work on writing the characters. So I started by placing this down flat and tracing the outline with pencil, because I know kind of where I want it to be. I want it to start here and just kind of go about 3/4 of the page. So then I can have my seal and my, just like the date and everything, my name, probably in the top or bottom corner over here. I haven't decided yet, but I think I'm gonna do that, the date vertically here, and then my name horizontally. So yeah, but I'm really excited. I'm gonna practice it all first because I'm a little bit nervous because I don't want to mess it up. So first we will practice. So before I start practicing, I'm just going to review my stroke order on each character. I'm using MDBG, which I learned to use in class, and it just shows you every stroke in your character and what order to do it. And it's a very good representation, like visually, of where everything goes and spacing, so I find it really helpful to have that pulled up and review it before I do it. As well as I have some nice calming music on, so I can just have a peaceful environment. I'm comfy, got the right posture, all that. So now I'm actually gonna get into it and start. I hope you enjoy my presentation. 再见。